How can general contractors keep field crews and office teams aligned on the project in real time? If you've ever run a job, you know this moment. The office thinks the project is here, and the field knows it's actually here. Neither side is wrong, they're just operating off different versions of reality. Most people think they're asking a process question. In my opinion, this actually is a question about trust. Because a misalignment isn't just inefficiency, it's rework, blown handoffs, missed inspections, and that slow erosion of confidence that makes teams defensive. That's the gap that Outbuild was built to close. Hey, I'm Mike, a builder and innovator who's worked as a designer, subcontractor, GC, and owner. And now I run the customer success team at Outbuild. Here's how I think about it. Real-time alignment doesn't come from sharing the schedule more often. It comes from two things. One, a shared version of the plan that both field and office can actually use. And two, one shared cadence where reality updates the plan without chaos. Most teams have documents, few teams have systems. And in construction, the system has to live where the work happens, not just where reporting happens. The best workflow is connect the master schedule to phase plans and weekly commitments, surface constraints early, and make updates in one place so every trade, superintendent, PM, and project executive sees the same truth with enough time to act. That's the outcome. Now let's talk about what makes it work. The master schedule is a necessary evil, but it's not consumable for the field day to day. Alignment starts by translating milestones and critical path logic into these different sections. Phase pull plans, lookaheads, and weekly commitments. Here's the key. The field doesn't wake up thinking, how do I protect the CPM network? They wake up thinking, what has to be done this week so the next trade can work? So you link milestone to phase sequence to weekly commitments to a measurable done. That's how the schedule becomes real. The fastest way field and office drift apart is when the office schedules work that isn't ready. So you create a shared rule. No commitment without readiness. Readiness means constraints are cleared. For example, RFIs are answered, submittals are approved, long lead time items are on track, access and logistics is confirmed, and inspections are coordinated. When constraints are visible to both field and office, alignment changes. Supers stop getting surprised, PMs stop chasing status, and executives stop getting, we're fine, until it's not fine. This is what real alignment actually looks like. Shared awareness of what's blocking the plan. The schedule can't assign work to a trade and call it aligned. Alignment happens when the people doing the work make the commitment. So try this weekly workflow. Trades propose what they can complete next week. The team checks readiness. Commitments get locked with an owner, location, and definition of done. And the plan is published so everyone is aligned to the same expectation. That's how you prevent the classic disconnect. Office says, you were scheduled to be finished. Field says, we never agreed it was possible. Outbuild is built around the truth that commitments create alignment. Here's the fear with real-time schedule updates. People imagine constant changes, constant notifications, and constant whiplash. But real-time alignment doesn't need to change the plan every hour. It's capturing changes consistently where everyone can see them. When something changes in the field, for example, a crew is short, an inspection slips, a delivery moves, or an area isn't accessible, the question isn't, who should I call first? It should be, where do we update this so it becomes the plan for everyone? That's what kills misalignment. One place to update truth, one place to see impact. This is why Outbuild is so powerful. It is the first field-focused planning collaboration app that makes the schedule operational. It turns milestones into phase plans into lookaheads into weekly commitments, and commitments into analytics-backed visibility. So office teams aren't managing by spreadsheet and gut feel, and field teams aren't managing by whiteboard and memory. Everyone is looking at the same reality. What's committed? What's blocked? What's changed? And what that means for milestones. That's not just alignment, that's confidence. If you want to keep field and office aligned in real time, start here. 1, link your milestones to phase plans and a rolling look ahead. 2, make constraints visible and owned by a champion. 3, run weekly planning as trade commitments, not schedule assignments. 4, update changes once in one system so everyone sees the same truth. 5, review reliability weekly and learn the patterns. Don't just explain the misses. Construction will always have variability, but misalignment shouldn't be inevitable. When the plan lives where the work lives, you don't just keep schedules on track, you keep teams together.